we as a nation and we as individuals, whether we're saved or not, we're called to give an account of that. And, you know, I've quoted Billy Graham before, but I'm saying he's true. If God doesn't judge America, he's going to have to apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah, because I don't see that we're any better.
I don't see. I mean, to me, we're as bad or worse than Sodom and Gomorrah was. If we weren't, I'm sure glad I didn't see.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this says to me, this is scary. This is a somber truth. And it says to me, this just heightens, it underscores, underlines, puts in bold print all the more that we need to be living holy lives. We need to be living lives like Patera is saying. You know, people finding out that, you know, we live this kind of life. And they think we're, what's wrong with you? You know, what's wrong with us? Well, we know there's nothing wrong with us, but more people need to know that about us. We have to live our lives more openly and not hide the fact that we don't go along with the value system and the culture of our age.
Well, like I was telling you about the church in Texas, this lady I was talking to last night was saying, well, they're just trying to do things to attract the younger people. And I thought, then how far are you going to go to do that?
Exactly.
How far do you go?
That is, yeah,
to do this?
yeah. And not just attract the younger people, but to just attract people in general. Let's appeal to all age groups, you know, by compromising the message, compromising the gospel and what have you.
Yeah, let's kind of sugarcoat it.
Yeah, yeah. It's terrible. However, you know, the good news is that we know the truth. And all the more we need to be sharing it. And I say that about myself more than anyone, because I'm not an evangelist. I mean, I don't go out there and hand out tracts. I've always envied people that could just walk up to a counter and share the gospel with someone. You know, I wish I could do that. I've never been able to do that in my life. And I do think there's a certain amount of that is a gift. You know, God gives certain people.
Or something.
Yeah. I don't see the opportunities that are there, but we need to, I think, all of us, to make it a priority to, as much as possible, just talk about the Lord as much as possible and share it. Because not that we can change or turn back the tide in America, but so that when we're called to give an account, we can say, we've kept His word, we've kept His law. Let's look quickly at 6 and 7. This is fairly simple. This is about the extremes to which people go in applying this.
When I first looked at this, I read it and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do this another time.
Yeah.
This is pretty hard.
Yeah.
And I picked it up today and I'm like, where did I think it was hard?
Exactly, exactly, yeah. It's not, it's really not. And there's nothing really new in this. So, Renee, would you read number 6 and I'll read number 7?
Although true believers be not under the law as a covenant of works, to be thereby justified or condemned, yet it is of great use to them as well as to others, in that as a rule of life is formed of the will of God in their duty, it directs and binds them to walk accordingly, discovering also the sinful pollutions of their nature, thoughts, and lives, so as, examining themselves thereby, they may come to further conviction of, humiliation for, and hatred against sin, together with a clearer sight of the need they have in Christ, and the perfection of His obedience. It is likewise of use to the regenerate to restrain the corruptions, in that it forbids sin, and the threatenings of it serve to show what even their sins deserve, and what afflictions in this life they may experience for them. Although free from the curse thereof threatened in the law, period. Okay, the promises of it in like manner show them God's approbation of obedience.